Hi guys, I'm Ryan Houston and welcome to my fly tying channel. Your video is about to start shortly. Please take this opportunity to hit the like button down below, leave some comments, tell your friends. Interaction, likes, subscriptions help my channel to grow and help me to keep producing content for yourselves. If you're new to my channel, check out the other videos that I've got. There are over 500 videos at this stage, so there should be something there for everybody. Again, video is about to start. Hit that like button down below. Hi guys, it's a little dry fly tonight. We're going to tie an egg-laying caddis. So this is a short shank type hook. So this one happens to be a fulling mill, but short shank special in a black. But you could also use something like Amazon B160 would be similar. Now, what I find with the short shank hooks is that, so this is a size 8, so to me that's equivalent to a size 10 or maybe a slightly smaller of a standard fly, but it gives the extra gape. And the reason I'm using it as well is it's sort of halfway towards like a grubber type hook, which gives me that a little bit of curvature because I'm going to go round the bend of this one. Again, pick a size that suits yourself. For the purposes of tying videos, it's probably handier to be tying very slightly larger than normal. So a little bit of super glue on because I'm using the gel spun, and take that down around the bend. So what I'm going to do is I am going to tie on a bit of light nylon. So maybe 3 or 4 pound breaking strain. And then on this loose end, what I'm going to do is I'm going to thread on a seed bead. So this one happens to be like an olivey pearl type colour. So it's now running on my thread. So I'm going to take my thread and I'm going to turn the fly upside down because it's easier, and hold the loop and wrap down around the bend for as far as you want to go. So the idea here is that the fly is laying its eggs, and therefore it's sort of poking the abdomen down to the water, and this glass seed bead will, because it's a little bit of weight, it should break the surface film. So that's now holding there. So this long tag end of this, if I just pull it, it'll pull a little bead up and leave it there on the bend. So we'll tie that on, fold it back on itself and wrap back. That's not going to pull out. So now I'm going to take a little bit of a brown dubbing. So this dubbing that I have is a mix of natural wool and seal in a brown fiery brown mix. I'm just going to thread that along, or sorry, spread it along the thread which I've waxed. Then I'm going to wind back until I get to my bead. Use the dubbing just to tighten it up a little bit, and then we're going to wrap along the body. So now we're going to put on a wing. So for this, what I'm going to use is a deer hair or elk hair, whatever you want to use. I'm going for one here that has a nice sort of marking to the tip of it. I'm going to grab my bunch by the tip, flick and blow out the under fur and the short stuff, and then what I want to do is to hair stack this. So I'm going to set the bunch tip down into my hair stacker, and that'll align the tips for me. As you can see, it has that nice pattern to it. So I'm going to set that on that it comes out till it's roughly level with the bead, or maybe slightly beyond it, up to yourself. A couple of loose pinches on to start with, and then start to tighten down into it. And then I'm going to wrap into those up towards the eye. And then we're going to trim all this away. So I'm sort of going to hold this, pinch it up sort of onto the top so it rides up high on the top. And then the last lap or so to keep it in just not as tight. I can then come over these base bits, alright. So this bit's sticking up a little bit, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pinch the whole thing, and then I'm just going to, while I've pinched it, I'm going to ram it forward. That's going to fold it, so that then whenever I push it down it has this kinked fold, and that'll hold it back for a while anyway. So the hackle on this is going to be a brown or fiery brown cock saddle. So I'm going to tie this in, strip a little bit of it, I'm going to tie it in there at the front. And then I'm going to do a little thorax of like a golden olive type merino. And I'm wrapping that backwards to where it meets my wing. I just set my thread out of the road. Put on 2 turns at the front tight, and then start to spiral it back till I get to my wing. Take my thread over it, and then start to come through the thorax. And because I'm using this very fine clear, or well, white or clear gel spun, it doesn't affect the colour of the thorax at all. So we wrap forward till we come through the hackle at the front, pull all back, and then I'm just going to create a little head there. And finish it off. So I'm just going to pull all that back and just varnish the head. And then with a bit of the hackle, I'm just going to make sure the eye is clear. And that is our little egg laying caddis done. As I said, just vary the size as suits yourself and look for sort of 2mm seed beads. There's always a variation in the size of the seed beads that you get anyway within one packet, so you'll get some smaller ones and some bigger ones that'll suit different size flies. So that's just like a little olive egg ball sitting at the back of our sedge pattern here. Although you could also use different coloured ones. I also have these sort of orange pearl ones, and I have yellow ones and different things to suit. But hopefully you like what you see. If you did, like, subscribe, tell your friends, check out the other videos that's on the channel, and until next time, tight legs. Thanks for watching.